On my spiritual journey, when and how should I share my awareness with the close ones like family and friends? As some of them are worried about me walking on the strange path and trying to wake me up. If people shall be awakened or enlightened at their own moment and through their own ways, I am not sure they are trying to wake me up. If people shall be awakened or enlightened at their own moment and through their own ways, I am not sure of my explanation or sharing would be profound or accurate enough to help them. Is it indeed possible to find someone who keeps a similar pace with me on my spiritual journey? Your spiritual journey, our spiritual journey, unfortunately, it is a loner's journey. Your partner, your lover, your beloved, your spouse, nobody is going to accompany you. Everybody has to walk his, her own path. If somebody joins you, I have written this in my very first book. If somebody joins you, well and good. Somebody doesn't join you. There was a great poet, I don't know if you have heard his name, Rabindranath Tagore. He was the first Asian to get the Nobel Prize in any field. So he used to sing this song, Ekla Chalo Re. If nobody accompanies you, nobody even says hello to you, you still walk alone.
যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে যদি তোর ডাক শুনে কেউ না আসে তবে একলা চলো রে তবে
Because even if someone is walking with you, is traveling with you, he or she may not keep up with your pace. You could be faster or you could be slower. And that's why in my very first book I also wrote, do not try to follow your master, do not try to follow me, do not try to follow anybody. Walk hand in hand, walk together. If you are walking before, in front, nobody may follow you. If you are walking behind, it doesn't make sense because the one you are following could be very fast. So walk hand in hand. But yet, walking hand in hand could also be for a short time. After some time, you may realize that it is a loner's path. You have to walk alone. And then your second question is how to share with your family members, how to share with your friends. It is like a pregnant lady. When it is due, she has to give birth. You cannot stop her from giving birth. When she is due, she is due. So once you are filled with this knowledge of your true self, you cannot but share. But don't expect people to be grateful because they may not need what you are sharing. And you cannot force anybody. But yet, having said that, my master used to say, and Jesus said the same thing, you just throw seeds. Some of them may sprout, some of them may not sprout. So just throw the seeds, that's what we can do, without any expectation. This is what the message of Bhagavad Gita is. A karma, do it effortlessly. If you are expecting your family or your friends to understand you and to follow you, you are putting a lot of effort and there could be disappointment. Maybe there is no disappointment, but there could be. Most of the time, we are disappointed because everyone has their own karma to work on. Your children, your spouse, your sibling, everybody has their own karmas. Their own karmas. We are all together here for some time. Afterwards, you go your own way. I go my own way. As long as we are together, let us celebrate this life. What the prayer was, what the chant was in the beginning. Sahana vavatu, sahano bhunaktu. Let's share, let us nurture each other. You can nurture me, I can nurture you. That's what satsang is about. Satsang is not one-way dialogue. I am talking and you are listening. This is the difference between spirituality and belief systems. Belief system is giving you a list of what to do, what not to do, what to believe in. These are dogmas, these are doctrines. But spirituality is about cooking your own food. You may have a menu, you may not have a menu. You cook your own food and you eat it. So don't expect people to understand you. You share, you feel you have cooked a good food, good dish. You share with whoever you want to share. If they want to take it, fine. They don't take it, also fine. Don't feel burdened. They are trying to make you, to wake you up. You are saying here, as some of them are worried about me walking on the strange path. Actually, yes, this is because if they are not worried about you, then you are not walking on a strange path. So you should understand them because they have no knowledge of this path. So they'll be worried about you and you be worried about them. What's the difference? So don't be worried about them. If they are worried about you, fine. What can you do? You cannot stop people from worrying about you. You cannot stop. If you start thinking about that, oh, somebody is worrying about me, then you cannot live your life. Wake me up. You're already awakened. I don't believe that. Even the dullest people, the most dumb person, is also not sleeping. They are all slumbering. Buddha was saying the difference between me and people who are not so-called enlightened is that I woke up earlier than them. They are also going to wake up sometime. How long can you sleep? How long can you sleep? You can sleep until 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. You will have to get up. Even if you don't want to eat, you'll have to get up to urinate and to shit. You cannot stop it. These are all natural laws, you know. So Buddha is very, very straightforward. He says, the difference between me and you is I'm awake, I got up earlier than you, and you are still slumbering. You're not asleep. You cannot sleep for all the time. No. That's the only difference. If they think you are still sleeping, God bless them, but you think otherwise. You don't think they are asleep. Otherwise, you develop this spiritual ego. And spiritual ego is the worst type of ego. That I know better than you. I am better than you. And that's why I keep telling you, women are less egoistic. The major problem with women is jealousy. The major problem with men is ego. Only two problems. If we can conquer them, we can take care of them. Women do not become jealous, men do not become egoistic. This world is a better place. But it doesn't happen. Because if that happens and the world becomes a better place, everything is peaceful, God has no show. If you watch a movie and there's no conflict, nothing is going on, everything is peaceful. There was a man called Romeo, there was a woman called Juliet, and they loved each other and they got married and they got kids. Doesn't make a movie. Doesn't make a movie. You will not be interested. So all these things are natural. You understand your role. What role you want to play. But while playing that role, you always remember this is just a role. Life is the game. Don't take it seriously. And immediately the second line is, life is the game, play it seriously. Don't take it seriously, it's a game. But you have to play it seriously. Any game, you want to play cricket, you want to play football, you want to play soccer, you want to play anything, there are some laws, right? You have to abide by them. So for Mr. God, for Krishna, he says everybody is playing the role. Then he says, what is the point of having all this fight, good, bad, evil, and that? He said, there's no point. There's a game. Which role you want? I want to give you a good role. If you want to choose a bad role, it's your karma. But game is the game. Game is the game. So many people who have translated Mahabharata, they don't translate this part because they are afraid. They are afraid if this part is translated, then no, there'll be no good people. But no, this part should be translated. We should know, and that's what Bhagavad Gita is about. You play your role efficiently. If someone wants to play a terrorist role, that's his problem. You have to finish those terrorists, that is your role. You have to end terrorism, that is your role. Somebody wants to spread terrorism, that is his role. But at the end of the day, we all must know this is all just a play, just a game. Do not be too serious, Coming back to the question once again, you keep to your journey, you keep to your role. People are slumbering. You want to wake them up. If you are too close to them, sometime, when I was a kid and I used to oversleep, my mother would sprinkle water upon my head. So if you can sprinkle some rose water, maybe wakes up fine. But don't sprinkle acid or don't sprinkle hot water, Just be compassionate. If they wake up, fine. They don't wake up, also fine. They will finally wake up. You just do your duty, and after that, leave it to them.